The all-important meeting which has been called by the ICC pertaining to the Champions Trophy is set to take place tomorrow. All full member nations will be part of that particular meeting, and just a day before that crucial meeting, Mosi Naqvi, the PCB chief, has tried sending out a message to everyone. What's that message? And in particular, he has tried targeting the BCCI and India over here. India's stance is very clear that India will not be traveling to Pakistan, and that has been communicated to PCB via the ICC. There's still not been any direct communication between the PCB and the BCCI, and that is something, all of that put together is something that Pakistan are miffed about right now, which is why you have this latest barb coming in from PCB chief Mosi Naqvi, where he has categorically named India and said whatever's happening is not acceptable to Pakistan cricket, and he only wants to work for whatever is going to benefit cricket in Pakistan. What exactly is it that he said? Let me straight away tell you that over here. These are the comments made by Mosi Naqvi a day prior to that all important meeting. He says that I promise we'll do what is best for Pakistan cricket. We're still clear in our stance that it's not acceptable that we play cricket in India and they don't play cricket over here. Whatever will happen on the basis of equality. The two key words over there, equality and not acceptable. He wants things to happen the same way as Pakistan did visit India, and we know that last year at the Cricket World Cup, which India hosted in entirety, well, Pakistan did come here, and he expects the same courtesy to be extended and that India also travel to Pakistan. But as we've told you earlier as well, BCCI has said no, we're not going to be budging from our stance. In fact, a dossier has also been shared by the BCCI to the ICC, which talks about how there is a security threat to the Indian team if they are to visit there. Pakistan has done its bit in terms of assuring or trying to assure the BCCI and the ICC that there is going to be utmost security for the Indian cricket team. However, the BCCI have said no, our government does not allow. There is a threat that we see to our players over there, and the political relations also are not the best between the two countries, and it's not acceptable to him. That's what Mosi Naqvi says, that they travel and India don't travel. But there's one more bit that he says, and he also says that and he talks about Jai Shah over here. He says that Jai Shah takes charge in the month of December, and he's sure that once he moves from the BCCI to the ICC, he will think about the ICC's benefit. This was when he was asked, how Jai Shah has a role to play in all of this. At the moment, Jai Shah, as you know, is the chief or is the secretary of the BCCI, soon to be the chairman of the ICC, and he'll be in that situation where he'll have to do the balancing act, and that's what Mosi Naqvi expects from Jai Shah going forward, that he does perform the balancing act. But interesting, when I think of the fact that as the secretary of the BCCI, he will have his say in that meeting that takes place tomorrow. What the outcome of that meeting will be, something we'll have to wait and see. But Pakistan have said that they don't accept this from the BCCI. However, this is what it is. India's stance was always clear. Yes, there are there are a lot of strings being pulled, and all nations, especially India, Pakistan, trying their very best to ensure that both get this whole situation going their way. Pakistan want to desperately host an ICC tournament, something that they've not done in this in the last couple of decades. India, on the other hand, don't want to move from their stance. It's a developing story, but expect big outcomes, big developments to take place tomorrow in that all important meeting, which is to take place between the full member nations concerning the Champions Trophy, where the hybrid model we believe is going to be something that's going to be pitched to Pakistan cricket, and they'll be, while they are adamant on not letting go of the tournament from Pakistan, attempts will be made to convince Pakistan that they also buy into the idea of the hybrid model, because then not just India but the teams that India has to play, they also need to then be formed accordingly.